You ever just look around? I mean, look at the world we've built. We have technological marvels, incredible scientific breakthroughs. We have so much power over nature. And yet there's this weird feeling, right? A kind of restlessness. It seems like for all our progress, we haven't really cracked the code on just being happy. It's this huge paradox at the very heart of modern life. And today, we're going to dive into one of the most famous explanations ever offered.
Yep, we are digging into Sigmund Freud's monumental, and let's be honest, pretty provocative work from 1930, Civilization and Its Discontents.
See, Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, he wasn't just interested in what makes an individual tick. He pointed his powerful analytical lens at all of humanity, at society itself. And the diagnosis he came back with? It's as unsettling and relevant today as it was nearly a century ago.
So, to really understand why we're so discontented, Freud says we have to start with the most basic question of all. Forget about society, forget about civilization for a minute. Just what do we, as human beings, actually want out of life?
Well, according to Freud, the answer is incredibly simple. We're all running on this basic software he called the pleasure principle. Our entire mental life, our entire being, is programmed to do just two things: run away from pain and chase after intense feelings of pleasure. That's it. That's the entire program.
Okay, but here's the first huge problem. While our internal programming is screaming, be happy, the universe, Freud argues, just isn't built that way. It's like our deepest desire is fundamentally at odds with the cold, hard facts of reality.
So why? What's the deal? What are these giant obstacles that are always getting between us and the happiness we're so desperately chasing? Well, Freud says there are three of them, and you can't get around them. First, there's our own body. It's fragile, it gets sick, it ages, and eventually it decays. Second, you've got the external world. Hurricanes, earthquakes, diseases, all the forces of nature that couldn't care less about us. And then there's a third one, which Freud thought was maybe the most painful of all: other people, our relationships.
So, we're facing this constant three-front war against suffering. What did humanity do? Well, we didn't just lie down and take it. We made a deal. We built a massive collective solution to the problem. We built civilization.
You can think of civilization as our collective shield. Its whole purpose, at first, is defense. It protects us from the raw power of nature. And just as important, it gives us rules so we don't constantly tear each other apart. It offers us security. But, and this is the incredible twist in Freud's entire argument, he says that this very solution, this shield that we built for our own protection, has actually become one of the main reasons we're so miserable.
And here's why. It all comes down to a bargain, a grand bargain. To get the safety and the stability of living together in a community, every single one of us has to give something up. And what we give up is a huge chunk of our instinctual freedom. We essentially trade our liberty for security. So what are these powerful instincts we're forced to renounce? I mean, what are we actually leaving on the table? To answer that, Freud takes us even deeper, right into the core of what it means to be human.
He argued there are these two epic, primal forces at war inside every one of us all the time. On one side, you have eros, the life instinct. This is the drive to connect, to create, to love, to build things up into bigger and bigger unions. And on the other side, you have thanatos, the death instinct. This is our primal urge for aggression, for destruction, for tearing everything apart.
And this is where you see Freud's grand vision. For him, all of human history, every empire built, every war fought, every law written, it's all just this internal battle between the drive to unite and the drive to destroy, playing out on the world stage.
The whole point of civilization is to serve eros, to bind us all together. But our own aggressive instinct, thanatos, is completely opposed to that plan. It's the ultimate antisocial force, always trying to break things down.
So, if our own aggression is the #1 enemy of civilization, how does society actually neutralize it? Right? How does it tame this inner beast that lives inside all of us?
Well, the method civilization uses is, let's just say it's both genius and psychologically ruthless. It doesn't actually get rid of our aggression at all. It just redirects it.
Civilization basically pulls a psychological judo move on us. It takes all that aggressive energy that we want to unleash on other people, and it forces us to turn it back on ourselves.
How? By creating a new department in our own minds, the superego. Seriously, think of it as an internal police force. It's a part of you that is constantly watching, judging, and punishing the rest of you. It's civilization's agent, installed right inside your head.
And what's the weapon that this inner cop uses against us? Guilt. For Freud, that gnawing feeling of guilt is literally our own aggression, weaponized and turned inward. It's the constant tension between our normal self, the ego, and the harsh demands of this superego. So after this entire deep dive into the human psyche, where does this all leave us? What's Freud's final, sobering verdict on our chances for happiness?
And his conclusion is, well, it's pretty bleak. He says our unhappiness isn't some bug in the system that we can eventually fix. Nope, it's a fundamental feature. This constant, low-level state of discontent is the inescapable price we have to pay to live together in a safe, organized society.
I mean, this quote just sums up the whole thing perfectly. It's the grand, tragic bargain of being a human. We traded away a piece of our potential for raw, wild, instinctual happiness. And in return, we got a measure of safety from the world and, maybe more importantly, from each other.
And that leaves us with this final, really unsettling thought to chew on. If this internal tension, this guilt, this discontent, is actually what stops us from destroying each other and what fuels our greatest achievements, would we even want to get rid of it? Is a perfectly happy society even possible? Or, for that matter, is it even a good idea?